CardioMEMS has been very beneficial for our heart failure patients. They get short of breath, they start to get swelling in their ankles, they lose their energy. Before those symptoms happen, we're able to intervene and make a difference. And when you can do that early on, you can really improve their quality of life and keep them out of the hospital and feeling good. So it's been really a groundbreaking technology for us.
It's really helping us to take better care of patients. We are talking to patients, they're out fishing, they're out on the golf course, and noting that their number is a little high, taking an action early and keeping them feeling good. It's been cumbersome in the past to be logging into multiple technologies and then transferring data from one system, the CardioMEMS, into OnTrack. And through the help of OnTrack, we've been able to now integrate into the electronic medical record so that it's much easier for us to see all of that information with one login, and helps us to be more efficient. OnTrack has had an ability to help us treat by exception, so when patients are falling out of set parameters, then I get an alert. It really helps to prioritize my workday, and everybody's doing more with less. We're not the only ones that have that problem, I'm sure, and this really helps us to be most efficient in our day. OnTrack is a really neat tool. It's a technology that's kind of ahead of the curve. It's an application. It's on a mobile device like an iPad or a tablet, or even on a smartphone. And it's an application that was set up really to help the patient take over or manage their chronic disease state. So for us, we use it for congestive heart failure. And I think that when it was developed, that was the disease process that was in mind, but I think it's something that could be used for other disease processes as well and have a lot of success. For us, it really gets the patient involved in their care. It engages them. It really gets them active and participating in their care. It allows them easy access to people who manage their heart failure nurses, heart failure doctors, so they can message back and forth. They don't have to go through this bulky phone tree in order to get to somebody who can help them. They're in direct communication through secure messaging with people that know their history, that know how they've been treated medically. All of the information is really at the fingertips of both the person who's caring for the patient as well as the patient. So it is kind of the future of chronic disease management, in my opinion. The information that we get from the CardioMEMS device is really important information in the management of the patient, but it's that information and that data is kept separately from the electronic medical record and separately from OnTrack, which now is linked together through the integration of the electronic medical record. And what has happened is the CardioMEMS data is now being loaded into the OnTrack application, which then links into the electronic medical record, making all the data flow seamlessly. And so it's available to the provider or to the nurse or to whoever is interacting with the patient. Every piece of information that's important to making a decision is right at their fingertips, rather than going to 3 different sites to try to figure that out. From OnTrack, you're able to now know what the pulmonary artery pressure is for the patient and helping making decisions about their medication management. You have how they've been feeling from OnTrack, what their weight has been, if they've been compliant with their medications. All of that information that we need to know to make a decision about a patient is now right there available in the electronic medical record. This technology is really helpful for the providers that are not used to taking care of the patient as well. So somebody who's not as familiar with them, an emergency department physician, if somebody comes in acutely short of breath, or a hospitalist who maybe is not familiar with the patient's history, now all that information is available to them in the electronic medical record. We've had situations in the past where a CardioMEMS patient would come in on a Saturday and there was nobody around to do a reading or to
be able to give that information. And now we've got a situation where all that patient's CardioMEMS data is now available in the electronic medical record, where they can easily access it, whether you're in the emergency department or you're up on the floor as a hospitalist, and they don't need a specific password to a website that they've never visited before, because they've never had a patient with a CardioMEMS device or a specific set of problems.